Hello, professor and classmates at CPU. I am here to give my informative speech on honeybees. Yes, honeybees. As much as my team is a minuscule part of our society, we should be very diligent in how we work to help preserve them, and how it is our Christian worldview and our best interest to save these animals. And the first thing I'd like to tackle is why have bees precariously started to disappear across the world in vast numbers? Because we have genocided them out and systemically gotten rid of them through our farming practices. And next is us trying to become self-sufficient away from bees has also hurt bees in a lot of ways. Now, the first thing I'm going to go into is how is it our civic duty and responsibility to protect honeybees? I'm going to go to Matthew 6:26 when it says, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they?" In this quote, I definitely think there's a lot to look at when he says, "Look at them, look at the world, look at the sky, and you all have been made by me." There's a certain connection, and we all come from the same thing, and we all have a value in looking out for one another. And that's why I think this is very much important. Next is humans becoming self-sufficient in getting away from pollinating. One machine is called the tomato tickler. The tomato tickler is a very different invention where people can now pay people with a vibrating stick to hold it to tomatoes. And one quote that handles this pretty well is, "Touch the tip of the stem where the blossom clusters is located. Turn it on," says David Klein. "When the conditions are just right, you can see a cloud of white pollen flying around. This is just one of the ways humans are starting to push bees out of the environment." And with this quote, you can see a very different array of things and issues. And one of the most detrimental things we are doing to bees is pesticides. Pesticides are absolutely one of the worst things we can do because it's now killing bees and hurting them. And this is only for systemically genociding them out of their natural habitats and getting rid of them at a very, very fast rate. And I believe we have to do things to defend these bees. And one of the best quotes from this is, the best is, "While many studies had connected neonicotinoids, a common class of insecticides derived from nicotine, nicotine, to bee deaths. In the past few years, studies had examined how much pesticide is needed to harm bees or how long exposure must take. Critics argued previous scientific studies had unrealistic quantities of pesticides in their experiments." And even though you get a chance to see the other side of the aisle where it says pesticides and too much, you actually see that pesticides are harming them. And this is, and you can see that our pesticides are, despite the lowering number we have of them. But to conclude this, honeybees are being harmed by our society for sure. There are biblical references on why we should save honeybees, and we see why us becoming self-sufficient can hurt bees. And these are the reasons. Have a great day.